Hello, God bless you and welcome again to my channel, this Secret Place TV, and thank you for subscribing and thank you for sharing my videos. I appreciate every one of you, and I really appreciate you. Today I want to talk to you on a topic I captioned: the intercession of promotion. The intercession of promotion. You see, whenever you ask God to bless you, whenever you pray for God to bless you, you should expect a responsibility, because the blessing of God does not drop in a vacuum. The blessing of God does not drop in a vacuum. Blessings come in form of responsibilities. They come in form of instructions. Every divine instruction is for your promotion. Every divine instruction is for your promotion. And instructions are for us to obey and for us to serve. Is at the place of service that God blesses people. Is at the place of service. I want you to think of any man in the Bible that God blessed without serving. Every man or woman in the Bible that God blessed, they were found serving. They were found, they humbled themselves and they were serving somebody, and God took notice of them. Jesus, being the God of the God that created the heaven and earth, he came to this earth, and the Bible said he was serving his father as a carpenter for 30 years. That's the creator of the universe. He was serving his father in the carpentry workshop for 30 years. Think of Moses. The Bible said that Moses was the meekest man on the surface of the earth. And this same Moses, the Bible said he was a God unto Pharaoh. The Bible said that Moses was keeping his father-in-law's flock. So he was serving his father-in-law, and it was in the process of serving the father-in-law that he had an encounter with God in the burning bush, and that transformed his life. Think of David. David in the Bible, his father sent him to go and give his brothers lunch. The brothers who went to fight with the Philistines, and David was the youngest. So the father of David, Jesse, gave him some food to go and give his brothers at the battlefield. And when he got there, he took notice of Goliath, and he killed Goliath. He told the king, I'm going to fight him. He killed Goliath, and that gave him entrance into royalty. Think of Ruth in the Bible. Ruth was serving in another man's vineyard, Boaz. She was serving, and while she was serving, Boaz took notice of her and married her. Think of Esther in the Bible. Esther was a slave girl, and she was a housemaid to Mordecai. And Mordecai saw her humility, Mordecai saw her meekness, and Mordecai enlisted her, for a beauty contest, whatever you may call it. And from there, the king took notice of her and married her. Think of Saul in the Bible, who later became the king of Israel. The Bible says that he was sent to go and find his father's sheep that was lost. And it was in the process that he was anointed king. In the process of looking for his father's sheep that was lost, he had an encounter with the prophet Samuel, and he was anointed king. Think of Joseph in the Bible. His father sent him to go and give lunch to his brothers who were keeping the flock in the desert. And when he went there, the brothers sold him into slavery. And from there, he became a governor in a strange land. When you go through the Bible, all through the Bible, every man that was blessed was serving somebody. If you are too big to serve, then you are too small to be blessed. You need to humble yourself and serve somebody. The key word is humble yourself and serve. You see, what you don't know is that the word favor, when you say that God favored somebody, let me tell you what favor is. Favor is when the right person sees you doing the right thing, favor will happen. So favor is not for the idle. Favor is not for the lazy. Favor is not for people who are unwilling to do nothing. You got to do something. You got to go to work. You got to do something. Favor is for responsible people. God does not bless irresponsibility. God does not bless irresponsibility. You got to do something. You got to get up and go and serve. Serve at your church. Join a service unit and serve. Let me tell you how I got my second job. I think my second job back in Nigeria. So I was a junior staff in Lagos. For those of you who are from Nigeria, so I was a junior staff working in a company in Lagos. And one day, a man came from Abuja to our company, for a meeting. So when he came, he needed somebody to help him with his bag, his luggages and his bag, to arrange his bag, to pack his bag. And I was called to do so. So I went to help him with his luggages and his bags. Now, I just did that, not expecting anything from him. I didn't know him. He was a stranger. I humbled myself and I served, helping a stranger with his bags. Now, 2 weeks after, that same man called my boss and told my boss, that young man that helped me with my bags, could you send him to me in Abuja to be my personal assistant? Now, from that little job I was doing as a junior staff, I was promoted to Abuja, to a big city, in a better place to work with the man as a personal assistant. Why am I saying this? Somebody's watching you who has the power to bless you. Somebody's observing you who has what it takes to change your life. God, I keep saying this, God will not come down from heaven to bless you. God is going to use somebody to bless you. And sometimes it might be your co-worker who is observing you. Sometimes it might be a brother or a sister in church. Sometimes it's a friend who will recommend you. And that is why it's important for you to humble yourself and serve. Serve somebody. Serve people. It is in the place of service that our character is tested. It's in the place of service that a leader is tested. If you cannot serve, you cannot lead. It's important for you to understand that promotion happens in the place of service. In the place of service, somebody is observing you. Somebody is watching you. And more importantly, I just want to tell you this. While you are serving, God is shaping your character. God is training you and bringing structure and discipline in your life. And He's sharpening your vision and getting you ready, with your skills prepared for your promotion. When you get to the top, you're already at the right structure to be a leader. When I meet people, who are not willing to serve, I know they're going nowhere. Whenever I meet somebody who cannot humble himself or humble herself to serve people, I know the person is going nowhere. I don't care how gifted, I don't care how talented you are. If you don't know how to serve, you'll get stuck, you'll get stagnated. And it will amaze you to know this. I'll conclude with this. This is the last thing, I try to make it short. The next thing I want to tell you is this. Most times, people who are not gifted, who are not very talented, discover the power of service. People who they don't have a lot of privileges, they don't have a lot of gifts, the way some people are gifted, other people are gifted. So you discover that people who are not very gifted tend to go ahead in life. It's because they humble themselves and they serve. And because they serve, somebody took notice of them, even though they don't have the skill, even though they didn't go to school, even though they don't have the qualification, even though the person is not beautiful, even though the person don't have all the amazing abilities and potentials. But because of their humility, because of their character, somebody took notice of them and they were promoted. Humble yourself and serve. Promotion happens at the intersection of service. God bless you. My name is Emmanuel, and this is Secret Place TV.